This is Soggy Nacho's podcast. You
Mhm.
know, remix to the original intro because we're getting right into it. 16 team fantasy football league, League of Champions. I'm not going through the whole list this time because we have the link in the little description of the channel thing now. If you want to go look at the league. That being said, we'll start with actually. I was going to start with the trade, blockbuster trade, but I want to start with acknowledging Bone being in first place.
Yeah,
I want to start
it's good.
with Bone because Bone is sick of people acting like he not a player in this league just because he got a dusty trophy.
The
He,
tro-
Hmm.
in defense of people acting like he's not a player, that trophy is extremely dusty.
he
It's
almost
pretty.
he almost added one this last year.
I
shut up,
mean,
Charlie.
almost don't count. We're not about to do that, Charlie. See that?
So
You're right, Frank. And
no,
I
but
never
Bone,
mind. You're
listen,
right.
Bone becoming a step every year. Regardless, I ain't gonna lie. Other than the Bone Zone year, he's pretty good usually. Pretty good
Hey,
usually.
but those bone zone years is what people need to refocus. Like you used your bone zone year 1 year.
Yeah,
Frank did the same. Like those bone zone years refocus you. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
hopefully
I ain't finished it though, bozo. So I don't know why you
So,
say.
so
I get to last. My bad.
I'm gonna acknowledge the winners of this week. We have one that's sitting here, right here, Frank. He beat his opponent, who's also sitting here, Charlie.
Hmm.
I lost to Mook. Unfortunately, we'll get to that later. She beat who? She beat somebody, Uncle Kale.
Uncle Kel, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mr. Carl lost to Bone. Is it? Did Bone smoke Uncle Mr. Carl? Is that what it was? I'm not pulling it up this time. I
Yeah.
don't feel like it.
I'm about to look at it real quick.
Bone. I think Bone beat Mr. Carl.
Yeah,
I think
Bone beat Mr.
Kelly
Carl.
beat Chu,
Yeah.
and Rick beat Barnes in the first ever LOC
Rivalry.
rivalry
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
You
The weak
know,
the
shout out
weakest
to Rick. Oh,
rivalry
and
I've ever
Anton lost to
seen.
Big Marcus. Anton lost to Big Marcus. Is that
Yeah.
surprising, Frank? Anton lost to Big Marcus.
No, no, I mean Anton's gonna be Anton. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like we could do all this dancing,
Yeah.
cheering for his draft, all that, but Anton gonna be Anton. He's
Wow.
He figures out a way to
Wow.
get back to where he needs to go, huh?
So you
hmm
said he's the anti Bone. Like Bone's gonna
No.
figure it out. Anton's gonna
So
forget it.
let's get to Sheed. Let's get to Sheed.
blockbuster.
He trades injured Kittle and Saquon Barkley, and he receives in return A Chain and Jamison Williams. Charlie, how do you feel about this trade?
I like the trade. It seems like a good trade to me. I know y'all might not feel the same way, but A Chain and Saquon, they both have RB1 overall potential, in my opinion, and he's trading an asset that he can use today for one that won't be available for the next 5 weeks. So yeah, I'm a fan of both sides because Big Marcus, you started with a win, so you have a little bit of a leash to take
Mhm.
that long term look at the season with trading
Kittle.
for Kittle. So I like, and he has somebody that can start right now, and then Costa Loveland. So yeah, I like it. It was a good trade on both sides, if you were to ask me.
What do you think, Frank?
Um, it's an interesting one because it's like for me, when I look at it, I like to look at I like to look at Sheed's actions not as like the individual trade, but like what he started with and like then where it ends up. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's like the trade itself is not bad, but it's like when I look at where he came from with Bijan and Justin Fields, and then like this is where he is now. It's like, what exactly are you doing? But
First
okay.
of all, I want to say that too. I forgot Sweets did beat OB, but
Oh, you
that's the
definitely
only reason that happened is because she bailed them out.
right. But
She
I was about to
bailed
say
them
you
out.
talking about like bearing the lead and not talking about sweets. You wilded out. So you gotta chill out.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
But but no, she all right. So I all right. Objectively, I think Big Marcus won the trade. Objectively.
Yeah.
That being said, if Jamison Williams is better than I think he is, then she knows something. So to me, this trade comes down to if Jamison Williams is a real like, what do you think he is, Charlie? A wide receiver three?
I think he's gonna end up a wide receiver too. They have him very involved in the offense.
If he ends up a
Like
two,
he
that
I
could
seems
be a
like
good
a
trade.
top
that offense,
25 wide receiver.
you don't see that offense taking a step back, like it looked like they might have, like we were scared of.
I mean, I think a lot of people were just worried. The Packers. Do we think the Packers are bad?
No, the Packers are
I think
really
the
good.
Packers are one of the better teams in the league. Week one is it's an overreaction day because you don't know if the opponent that team played is just otherworldly. And I think the Packers have a chance to be one of the. They have playmakers at every level of the field. So they could be one of those really good teams this year, and the Lions just were not ready.
But it's not about so much. I don't think that their offense is going to be great. I mean, it might take a step back, but even if it does, it's still a good offense. But I'm saying they got a lot of mouths to feed. My son is bothering me. Got a lot of mouths to feed. What's up, boy?
Do they? I don't think they have an above average amount of mouths to feed. I mean,
Why
they
don't
got
they? They got
Amon Ra and a
Laporta,
running back and
Laporta,
Laporta. You
and it's
can
okay. So that makes
squeeze
him
it.
the fourth option.
I don't.
Doesn't make him the fourth
I
option.
don't. I think he's above Laporta.
Right.
Like and
Really?
like the
I
run.
don't. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I feel like Laporta
I mean,
is more of a priority in their offense.
Here's what you would say: the cardinal rule is that usually the top two receivers in their offense should be, like
Ahead of the tight
well,
end.
Yeah, generally, but then when you watch certain teams play,
I
they got
think that
certain.
I think that Jameson Williams is a priority for them to get the football.
Maybe,
That's
and
what I'm
and
saying.
that therein lies where she could be right. All right, but let's not stay on one person for too long. Mr. Carl, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it, Mr. Carl. We do. We do. So, how I feel about Mr. Carl, I'm gonna keep it tall. I still think Mr. Carl has a solid team, but his quarterback situation is just Kyler Murray or Trevor Lawrence. Having both of them, if he just had one of them, I'll be okay. But I feel like every week they could fluctuate. Every week you don't know which one is going to be better than the other one.
listen. I learned last year, Kyler Murray is something you want to stay far away from.
And I learned last year, Trevor Lawrence is something you want to stay
Exactly.
far away from. No, that's what I meant. But no,
I'm
Mr.
learning this
Carl,
year that that Brock Purdy is somebody you probably want to stay far away from.
but Mr. Carl, man, he caught a tough break with London getting hurt. That stinks.
Yeah.
And then Charlie told me something that nobody really know. He told me that like Brian Thomas has something in his contract that says no matter what,
he's never the best
be the number
receiver
one
on his team. He's never the best receiver. First, it was Malik Neighbors was the best receiver on the team. Now it's Travis Hunter, the best receiver. It's just I don't know. He just can't be the number one on
And
the
then
team. It's not my fault.
coming into last year, it was Kirk at first, and then Brian took over, and then they say, "All right, we got to go grab somebody because this
we can't let this happen. We can't go into the season thinking that Brian Thomas is the best receiver on the team. I don't know what's wrong with them.
Shout out to Mr. Carl. At this point, and we know, right? It's more like a field percentage thing when we have particular guys in this league. But DeAndre Swift is definitely belongs to Mr. Carl. I think we all
good. We can have him.
That's Mr. Carl. And maybe Drake London at this point. That might be his man too at this point.
Yeah, but he got hurt. He got nicked
so he
up.
said
Hopefully
basically
he's okay.
all the Mr. Carl guys, he can have them, huh?
He can keep them. It could be a keeper league just for Mr. Carl. Just hey, take those two, take them off the board. You can have them.
Shout out to Mr. Carl though, man. Same with Uncle Kale. I don't think he has a bad team. Quarterback situation. Stroud and McCarthy. McCarthy, though, I don't know. And
he might have something there.
I'm a believer in anybody Kevin O'Connell coaching.
Right. He might could got something there. He might
I'm a believer in anybody Kevin. But all right, I want to get to the two people I really want to talk about.
Who?
OB and Barnes. Those are the people, to me, are the stars of this episode. So if you gotten this far,
I want to saying this that y'all got to stop sleeping on my man OB because I've been trying to tell you about him. You know what I'm saying? Even though his team ain't.
What have you been trying to tell us? Can you?
He lost.
I want words out.
I know he lost.
I want some words out, Frank. What are you trying to tell us?
I'm trying to tell you that. Is it weird? I still like his team, even though he lost and guys didn't show. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense?
Okay. All right. So what are you telling us? What are you telling us? He's a powerhouse.
Listen,
he's making the playoffs.
No.
You keep saying I'm trying to tell you, and then you're not going to tell us.
I'm not doing that again. What I'm telling you is that I'm trying to tell you, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
I got
so OB to be. I'm not gonna be fake or mix no words. OB has a bad track record in this league. He's definitely one of the bottom players. I don't think OB I actually think he's a pretty good drafter. Yeah. But the problem with OB is, number one, the results are just treacherous. I mean, I think he made 1 year.
I know. Calling him a pretty good drafter is you forgetting the previous years. He started coming to the draft last year.
He's becoming better at drafting. But that being said, OB, I think he's a terrible trader. Like
We can fix
he
that. We can
offers
work on your
terrible
mechanics.
trades,
He
and then
probably
when he
sent you
ends
like
up
50
making them, they
offers.
be bad because he waited too long.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, one thing I learned from my two co-hosts here, I will admit, both of these gentlemen will trade their player when they're doing very well. That's just something that I like. I didn't do that quite, but I did trade my first overall pick. I mean, my first round pick this year because I understand it depends on how your team is, but
Right.
busting down your player is really the only way to dig out of a hole. If you're in any hole, whether it's your record or you just feel like your roster needs some upgrades, you have to break down one of your top. Nobody wants to do it. I understand. Nobody wants to do it, but
It's
it's
scary, but
and
you know,
I'm not gonna lie. I have to admit, Frank is probably the main reason I understand this because all the years he makes the championship, he does that. He busts down his top player and makes them into more than one. The players, none of them be like elite, but they all give him points. And
yeah.
it's the thing. Charlie just trades. He's just a trading. If they do too good, they got to get off Charlie's team.
If they
Charlie
do too
found,
bad, they
Charlie
got to get
found
off the team. It don't matter.
yeah, Charlie
Everybody got
found a
to
sweet
go.
spot last year with all that trading. He found like
Yeah.
the soft spot, and it was like, yeah, let me tap into that.
But that being said, OB doesn't have that in his bones, bro. OB does not want to give away good play, and I'm not mad at him for doing it.
OB,
I'm
we
just
have
gonna keep
classes,
pounding his
okay?
record.
We have beginner courses for trading in 16 team leagues. If you just hit me up, we can work something out, and I can show you how to frame out a deal.
Now Barnes, okay, so and that's just
You
my
too.
objective
Ours, you
opinion
too.
about OB. Just being real, he's in the bottom round. It is what it is. Until he shows us different, that's where he is. Now Barnes is at a crossroads. Barnes is at a crossroads because
What crossroads is that?
so
What do you
look,
mean, Frank? What do you mean?
Barnes
What is that?
Barnes is a Bone
Terrible
Thugs and
and
Harmony
horrible
fan.
was it?
Barnes is Bone Thugs and Harmony fan. You meet him at the crossroads, okay? Because he didn't make the playoffs last year. He had a
Mhm.
decent little flame at the beginning, but he didn't make the playoffs.
You said
This
he had a
year,
spark when he started, but not.
but now, yeah, this
Listen,
year,
I want to give y'all some insight though. Before you say this, I want to give y'all some insight. So
hmm,
me and Barnes got to the draft about the same time. You know what I'm saying? So you wasn't there, and so just me and Barnes talking. And before the draft ever started, I knew that we would be here talking about Barnes right now. I just want y'all to understand that. That's all I'm gonna say. And you go ahead and continue what you got to say. But that's all I'll tell you right there. Yeah.
that's hilarious. But
That's
look,
crazy.
that's what I'm gonna say. Because once again, I'm not giving advice. I'm just being real. With Barnes, he's at a crossroads because he didn't make the playoffs last year. So that we're just looking at your overall LOC record. Obviously, he's not in a place where he can't play. He clearly can play in the league. But where he ranks among the league members is what we're talking about. Are you going to be one of the guys, or I'm not going to. I don't want to dog everybody that ain't the bottom, but we have to at
Just
least
say the anti group.
acknowledge.
The anti group. You just
But that being
That's
said,
crazy.
yeah.
Barnes is gonna have to make because I'm saying this because not just because he lost, but I didn't like his team to begin with. And it looks about how so I don't know what he's gonna do. He might stand pat and see what happens. Which who knows? But bottom line, in my opinion, he gonna have to part with Joe Burrow or Puka. And if he don't, I think he won't make the playoffs. That's my opinion. I hope Barnes prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. But
Charlie
that
like
said,
second opinion. That sent them to me. Yeah.
No, nobody want to trade with me this year, man. It's cool. It's Frank and his bad propaganda. That brings me to Frank. Okay,
let's get the
Frank,
point.
Frank. I'm gonna have to like play like what was it? Like he's like, why are you so obsessed with me? Every come on, like Frank got this thing this year. I
Hey,
don't know
hey, hey,
what
hey,
it
Frank.
is.
Hey, you better hope Frank
I
don't come
got
back and say the only reason
listen,
I dissed you in the first place. You gotta hope he'll come
listen,
back and say that.
listen.
Yeah.
I hear it, but he can't say it. Like Frank
uh,
was already told us. He said, "Hey, I know how Charlie did it. I got my 32 step process. I'm gonna replicate. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it better. I'm gonna make sure nobody trade. No, Frank, get over it, man. It's look obviously.
look, you need a quarterback, right? Look, how much we putting on Daniel Jones this week? You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to know.
I don't know. I guess we gonna find out today.
Or
Whenever
nah, what about that tight end for the Browns? That's what she want. That dude, young
oh
tight end, rookie boy.
Fanning,
Yeah, that's what
Harold
she
Harold
want.
Fanning.
See, look,
Listen,
all them days of shutting up
all
about
that
who's on the waiver
talking,
wire.
dog. Hey,
He doing
Jordan, all that
Nah,
talking,
I'm gonna
dog.
keep talking.
Like
I'm
this,
gonna keep
this is
talking.
crazy. Where's
it.
Sweets at when you need him?
Sweets go watch this late and then still complain about your
Matter of
talk.
fact,
Yeah.
let's talk about Sweets and Charlie right now. These are two interesting people. Charlie's in 12. What you in 12th place, right? Something like that.
Yep. Hmm.
Charlie is in 12. And then Sweets, Sweets is like at the beginning of every season, he's a little like gun shy. But then he gets his first win and he start poking his little chest out. And that's where he's at right now. So that's what's interesting about Sweets. I'm gonna say this. I'm going to beat Sweets this week for sure. I'm going to beat Sweets. I'm going to put it out there because it's not that I've been trying to be humble, but I've been trying to like not talk as much because I didn't make the playoffs. So it's like, all right, I gotta shut up a little bit. And I just lost the boot. I'm going to beat Sweets this week. I'm going to beat Sweets.
I gotta beat Mook for Soggy Nacho's sake.
You
You know,
do.
because
You
like
do.
it is a thing. People in the league keep track of when they sweep Soggy Nachos, and I don't want to
Yeah,
be.
Bone did it last year, did
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Well,
did.
good. I'm glad he accomplished something last year. That's
Woo,
good.
That's tough.
That's good.
That's tough. But
That's good.
Sweets, I don't like Sweets' team. However, it did good this week, but I'm not worried about Sweet's team at all. I look at this team; it's not that strong. I can't believe she did that. I can't believe it. It's still funny because it's she. It's like it doesn't bother me because it's she, but I do think he bailed them out for sure.
he definitely did bail him out
He
because
bailed them out.
he didn't know where he was going with
I mean,
quarterback.
like honestly, yeah, she could have just
He
waited a
would have
week,
had
and I
five.
would
He
have
would have
bought him.
had five at quarterback this week with the guy that he said was good
She
for
is
him.
not patient, bro. That's the thing about she.
Wait,
He's
I,
not patient.
what did Sam Darnold get, like 7 or something like that?
Something like that, something light.
Something
And
crazy.
then Chew though, what about Chew with all them 100 running backs? He think that he was doing something with all them daggone running.
he
But you
is.
know what though?
He about to bust
He
him
do
down at
got
some
trade
point.
bait, but
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna turn into something.
no. Let me say this about Chew, and I'm gonna keep it real. He got all this trade bait, but you have to know how to trade. That's the
He
thing.
knows how to. I
And
think he
I'm
knows
not
how to
saying
trade.
that I'm the best at this. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all two and Sweets are part of the best traders that I'm saying that usually get the best back for no well, Charlie's in the middle. Charlie is, Charlie
You
gonna
win
do
some and
both.
you lose some,
Yeah.
but you live.
But
You live to
probably
fight another day.
that's why y'all rivals, Frank. I think Frank and Sweets probably typically come out on the better side of their trades more often than not.
Yes,
Different processes.
both of them are
Let's
trying
be
to
clear
swindle
about that.
you.
Very
Both of them
different
are
process.
trying to swindle you. Like their goal is to get over on their opponent in the trade.
Look
Mine
at
is to
Charlie trying to
have
come back at
a
me with
fair
propaganda.
exchange. Like usually the other people come out pretty good on their side.
Charlie,
I lose a lot of trades.
hey,
I
hey,
win a
hey,
couple.
hey,
I
hey,
win a
Charlie,
couple. But
Charlie, I
yeah,
see what you trying to
I
do
think
here.
one of the best traders out there, because you mentioned him, but Chu actually sends some of the most respectable trades that I
I didn't
get
say he
on a
don't. I didn't say he
consistent
doesn't. I
basis.
just said with all that ammo, you got to know how to do it. Is all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
No, I can't let that stand. Charlie tried to like diffuse the thing that I put
Oh,
out there.
you can check my track record.
And they
You can
tried to
check
put
my
it. That's
track
not how
record.
that work, bro. That's not how
Other than Rick,
that
and Rick
work.
didn't count, claiming Godwin was a lemon or something. But I didn't do that.
But
Other than that, I think
like
everybody
back to
is
Sweets,
happy.
like Sweets. It was the interesting thing about Sweets is, like you said, Charlie, he tried to swindle you, and then right, he turns around and creates this narrative like everybody be hating on Sweets. But the crazy thing about it is this: when he does swindle somebody, he brags about it.
Right.
So it's weird.
Right.
It's like so you swindle people, people see you brag about it, and then you cry on the back end like everyone's so mean to me. Why does everyone hate on me? But it's like you brag up. It's like he think it's funny. Like he make and Swiss is clever with his little jabs and bars, but it's just like,
Mhm.
how do you not realize why people are weary of you? Like,
Right.
but that being said, I do think Frank and Sweets are probably the best overall traders because not only do they get good trades, but they send a lot of them, or they're involved in a lot of trade offers, and
I
so
haven't got a
I
trade
respect,
from either
like you
one of
say,
them
Frank,
today.
different processes,
Yeah.
but still. Y'all two are probably the best overall traders.
You're
Rick
not gonna
want to
get one.
win, Charlie. What you think about Rick's team?
Rick's team is good.
You
It's
think it's
okay.
good?
It's
Interesting.
it's
I ain't said it's
okay.
Yeah.
not. I'm just Rick's team is
Baker
from what I
Mayfield is the best.
remember.
Baker Mayfield is the best quarterback in the league, so it don't
No,
really matter.
he got.
Oh,
But you know what? To get a win when Jamar Chase does nothing
yeah,
is
man.
very
Like,
tough.
I'm,
That
I'm
does
telling you,
make you
a lot of people had like duds from their studs. And to get a win in week one with studs, with duds, and all that stuff,
I got to win
I,
with
I
this
respect
stud
it.
for my stud.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
I'm
couldn't do it.
heated about that, Frank.
I
By
know.
the way,
No, I mean Josh Allen was kind of all right, but Frank's about to try to sell him at his peak, so we'll see.
but how we feel about Kelly's team with Brock Bowers injured?
No, we don't.
He won,
I know.
got a
Yeah,
W.
I
he
know.
did. He did because he.
If Brock misses time, I don't feel good about that.
But I just want before we get out of here, I want to like y'all might not be, but the commissioner in me is got a sharp eye on Barnes. I'm gonna be
Mm-mm.
watching Barnes all season because if he
Listen,
missed the player, because it's not about nothing more than I need to know where to mentally put him in my head. Is he
well,
in
I just want
is
you to
he in
know.
the bottom 8 tier or is he one of the guys?
I just
Mm.
want you to know that you could probably you're going to be able to wrap up that investigation by like week 5. I'm fairly confident that.
Really,
Because
really
you know
just
what
called
it
them
is?
Russell Wilson. He
People
really
don't
just called them
understand in
Russell Wilson.
16 team leagues because I get it. That's why last year, right for better or for worse, I started trading everybody when it got late. Well, when it got like week 4 or 5, because you can't play game in the
Bro,
16 team league. You're going to sink
That
and
was
get
the
60.
that was the one thing that
that
I
was
was
what Charlie
critical.
took advantage of last year.
No, that was what I was critical of Rick of last year. That was my problem with Rick last season. Was he was just Christian got hurt, but he just sunk. He just waited around for something to happen. Like
Right. I
Nell
mean, you got
didn't.
to make other
Nell
moves.
had to
You got to
fight,
make
kick, and
moves
scream
elsewhere.
to not make the playoffs. Rick just accepted it.
Right. I mean, but
It's
that's the
all
thing.
good.
Like, and
I
here's
got some
here's my
wins.
here's my here's my like before we leave, this is my warning. Don't like let your bad start make you make a bad trade with Charlie. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
That's
about to make a bad trade with Charlie. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm
listen.
about to make a bad trade with Charlie.
Yeah.
Nah, but real talk. I mean, look, the bottom line is all of this is fun. This ain't nothing but fun. I'm just saying I gotta play commissioner and competitor. The competitor in me is laughing, and I think Barnes and OB looking like they weak teams. I mean, I'm sorry, weak fantasy owners, managers. But the commissioner in me is saying I'm watching because I'm saying this because I felt like Barnes had some promise last year. I felt like okay. He made some good trades. He was doing some waiver wire work. I mean, I'm sorry, draft picks. This is work, but now it's like,
Can I tell you something? I've noticed this about like newcomers in this league, right? The first season, like is usually almost like a peak season, and then like the next year, you kind of like reset to the average of what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to, that's
Hmm.
just I'm just
they
saying,
saying Mook is the playoff and sit
Mook is
down
a
kind of guy.
playoff team.
right? Yeah,
Playoff sit down.
yeah.
Playoff sit
Yeah,
down.
Like that's
yeah.
Mook's kind of,
He's
and then you can see
he,
Carl, he had that like boom year, and then it's been kind of like what I'm saying, like. And then Barnes
Frank is a
peaked
joke.
halfway through the season and then found out it was a 16 team league. And it was
Man,
like,
that's crazy.
He let
yeah,
Charlie swindle him. That's what it is.
yeah,
I'm joining the propaganda train.
yeah,
I'm
there you
joining the
go.
propaganda
As it
train.
was, it was funny because Nell was like, that was probably the trade that put you up that you probably got like the most back on. I'm like, dog, I traded the best player in fantasy like by a lot. Like Saquon Barkley was
Yeah,
in
but
that
you got a
trade.
quarterback back. That's the
Okay, I
Yeah,
thing.
had a
yeah,
quarterback. I had a top 10 quarterback.
yeah,
Like
but you got
the one trade that
two
you think was the
quarterbacks back.
most, I had to give up the most.
You
Like
said you
most
said top
people
you
were
said
on a
top 10 like,
Saquon Barkley
but it's
like
what's crazy about
cannot
Charlie?
be traded list.
Charlie loves using buzzwords. He's saying top 10 like Purdy wasn't 8 or 9, and there are 16 people in the league. So when you go from
Yeah,
quarterback, you know what I'm
and
saying,
Joe
8
Burrow wasn't quarterback 1, 2, or 3. He was quarterback 4.
4.
So it was
Yeah,
quarterback 8 to
he
quarterback
had them.
Yeah,
4.
but for
And
that for that
Saquon
stretch of the
Barkley,
season,
Right,
he's probably
right.
one.
He was probably
He's probably
one. You know what
one.
I'm saying? That
For
that
that
makes
for
after I
that
got him. After I got him,
yeah, yeah,
it was lucky.
But whatever, I'm not getting into all
yeah.
that. But I will say I do still like Anton's team, but I do like that they lost like that. That's good for me. I'm happy for it. But I do like. I think he got some good players though.
All,
So
all that MVP Bo Nix talk, like y'all was trying to act like I was
who
crazy.
Hey, Anton, let me get
who
Bo
me?
next.
No, don't
Let me
put
Bro,
that
get
it's
on
one of
me.
those
your
quarterbacks.
family. It's
That
for
nigga
your
won.
family, so it counts as you as an extension. You know what I'm saying?
And I told y'all what it looks like. Out, let's Anton team might pick it up, but that bench is ugly, bro. I've been saying his bench is disgusting. He don't have no players on
Yeah.
his bench.
he
He
got
can
he
get
got all the
some.
sexy like before they play football like picks on his team. Now he got to do.
Yeah,
They started
so
playing football.
no, we're gonna see what happens, man. I'm excited. I like it. I Mook. You got me, bro. You got me. But look, I'm gonna tell y'all the secret. I was traveling this weekend. I had one on a family trip. So I
Oh,
didn't even watch the game. When I
so
don't watch
you weren't
Jaden
even in
play,
the galaxy,
when
huh?
I don't
Huh? You were traveling, like
when I
you
don't
know
watch
when they
Hey,
Jaden
start.
family,
play, he
hey,
don't
hey,
play as
Charlie,
well.
family trip is him and Galactus.
And I'm telling you, like
I like that, Frank.
Galactus.
I like that,
That's right.
Frank.
I said, where'd y'all go? That's
I like
crazy.
that. That was nice. But what I'm saying, I was listening to the game on the radio. But
Eating
if I'm not
exotic
watching
planets.
Jaden, he don't play as well. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. That's all it is. So
Okay.
Sweets
Okay.
is
Hey,
going to catch
Charlie told me he was going to be my last loss of last season, and my first loss of this season. What happened to that, Chuck?
Well,
What happened?
I'm still your last loss of last season.
Yeah,
How
but
that
yeah,
feel?
yeah, you know,
But you won the
that's
championship now. You beat to be the man. You got to beat the man.
okay.
Congratulations, you the man, Frank.
Hey,
You
Frank,
the
Chuck,
man.
I do
You the
appreciate
man.
you for chopping Charlie back down the size though, off of that championship high. Cause
needed. He
I
was too high.
love it. I
He was
love it.
Cause I remember how quick it
I
happened for
love it.
me when I won, and then I like lost week one last year, and everybody acted like I was nothing. I'm happy that this is
they,
happening to Charlie now.
Well, I know we don't think I'm nothing, but like, let's go
I
see.
heard you was little Charlie this week. Mook said you was
Oh
little.
yeah. Because Mook
Little
beat me last year too,
yeah.
the regular
So
season. But yeah, you know.
So all of that being said, man, we will see what happens moving forward. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all, man.
Yeah, man.
Anything y'all want to add before we get out of this piece?
Nah, I'm a team in desperation. There's a 10% off everything at the store. I ain't gonna say 50. That's crazy, but
Yeah.
everybody come shop. T Higgins needs to go. I hate him at this point, and
Anton
Amon
definitely
St.
holler
Brown.
at you now.
Yeah, everybody come. Hey, y'all might want to get Zach Charbonnet before he's the only starter in Seattle, but I'll leave it alone there.
And I'll say two things about trades I was offered. Oh, well, no, I'm sorry. I offered True a trade. He rejected it so fast that I feel offended and I'm never offering him a trade again, and I'm probably not going to accept any. She offered me a trade. She offered me a trade before this trade he made. He offered me a trade. And the best part, it wasn't a bad trade, but the best part of the trade, right, was he was asking for more players than he was giving me. And instead of offering Sam Darnold in the trade, he opted to drop him, and I
Yeah,
appreciate
he did it. Yeah, I saw, he gave me one of those. I was like, and
it.
I
Good
need a
job, Pig.
quarterback, but that was a proper level of disrespect.
Yeah, that was good. I appreciate that. Even though it further proves that he bailed Sweets out, but that's neither here nor there, man. That's neither here nor there. Frank, I see you up there, man. You the only Soggy Nachos winner week one. You know what I'm saying? Gotta
Yeah,
give you
and,
that.
it'll be all right. Y'all will get some wins. You know what I'm saying? I believe in y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
like that. That was good.
Didn't you be
That was
didn't you
nice.
beat me in the regular season
That
last year,
was
Frank?
good, right?
No.
I didn't like how quick that came, how subtle it was. I didn't like that. Oh yeah, OB. The reason that Bone calls me the Silver Surfer is some silly, stupid joke that
He
he
came
made.
downstairs glistening,
listening.
100% pure
Hey,
silver on the
pure.
skin. I'm telling, it was wild. These
Listen,
cotton ball. I don't know. It was a combination of cotton picking and
I
silver dust,
hey,
some type of
hey,
craziness.
hey, Charlie,
Man, he came down.
Charlie, I heard he melted like 1,000 quarters or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
That joke was unreal. But hey, look, I'm not gonna steal your origin story. Maybe they'll make you another one. Maybe the Marvel
OB,
will pick it up
OB.
again.
Listen, I'm only talking to you, OB. How do I make this sound unfunny?
Just don't
Uh,
say silver.
100% pure.
Christmas 2008. I'm not
Happens to
doing
be
it.
the
I
same
can't. I
time
was
that the
about to
league
do
was.
it,
It
but
was
I can't do it.
the same time
Don't
that the
leave the
league
cotton
was
balls out the story.
invented.
100% organic cotton balls. Don't leave them out the story.
Look,
I
I'm
hate.
telling.
It's
Look,
so.
and
It's such
he
a
needed
stupid
so he
story.
needed a magic elixir. He was starting to he thought he was swole, trying to get real swole. He needed a magic
I'm telling
elixir,
the story for
and
real.
then so he said, hey, he had a cousin. I don't know, I don't know cousins' names all the
My
time.
man
He said,
Dewan.
I know who it was, but that doesn't make the story sound good. And then so he gave him, hey, here's this perfect elixir. It was glowing. He's like, all right,
No, it wasn't.
cool. It was
He was going.
like, and I'm telling you, it was reflective. And then he said, all right, let me go upstairs. He went upstairs, took his shirt off, and just, it was like a Power Ranger effect. He's like, it's morphin' time. He went up, sprayed all his stuff, came downstairs like an angel, glistening, silver shimmering. I'm
Charlie wasn't there.
shining.
Charlie wasn't there. Listen, all right. I figured out a way to give a short version. We only got 3 minutes left before my free Zoom cuts off. So
Uh-huh.
we did Secret Santa Christmas 2008.
This say Marvel's
Dewan
S
had
with
my
a silver
name.
circle.
Dewan, my cousin Dewan.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just call him Frugal for fun. So instead of buying me a gift, he decides to mix up some kind of
Oh,
workout.
let's call them life saving. You know what I'm
And
Yeah.
saying?
so he
Procreating.
had a lot of ingredients in there. The one thing he said was, "Oh yeah, and a couple of drops of pure silver in it." All right. And so that was that.
A lot of
So
ingredients.
the problem was
He
Rick
got
was
a
in the room. That's the problem. Rick
okay.
was there when this happened. So
Right.
what happened was I got my gift and I was embarrassed of the gift I received. I was embarrassed. And Bone kept bothering me. What'd you get? Blah, blah, blah. What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get? And so Rick said, Hey Bone. Dewan gave him this little thing, and he said it had a couple of drops of silver in it. And Bone said, oh, so you're the Silver Surfer. And ever since that day,
Listen,
this Jonas spiral, he came down glistening. No, I
I'm
did not.
telling you. Oh
None of that
yeah.
happened.
You thought
Nell's
the
story's
fans missed
real.
it. Water
Yeah,
was
yeah.
low. Like, what are you talking about,
Hey,
dog?
Nell's story's real, creative and stuff, right? It's like when the character just looks around and looks at, the stuff and names himself like a pea, a tear, a griffin. Like Nell said, I got
Peter
100%
Parker.
silver. I got my silver serum from the wand. Okay, right. I got you. I got you. Right. We're
I'm
good
done,
here,
man.
dog.
So OB, there's your story. Now go get you some wins now that I gave you the story, man. But
Mhm.
anyways, Soggy Nachos
This does
podcast.
imbue you with the power of Cosmic now, OB. You are now part of the Silver Surfer tribe. He might win the league. That's what I did last year.
Like, comment,
I
subscribe.
need the boogie
Bye.
board this year. I told you I'm silver this year.
Yeah.
Peace.